Hey there, good day everybody. Welcome to Friday, December the 5th, 2025. Yeah, today I'm down here at the University of Northern Alabama in Florence, Alabama. And we're gonna go check out the George Lindsey Theater. Right here it is, man. The University of Northern Alabama, right here in Florence, Alabama. And this whole entire wing is dedicated to George Lindsey. And who is George Lindsey? Everybody knows who Goober was on Mayberry. Right there. Here it is, man. Very cool. And I hope those doors are unlocked. I did Google a little bit of, the 101 information I shared with you guys. Right here at Pine and Irving. If you guys can see that, right there, the street signs. Zoom. So let's cruise up in here at the George Lindsey Theater. Hey guys, thanks a lot, man. Down here, I had the afternoon off, and okay, it's 112 West Irving Ave is where the George Lindsey Theater is located at. Right here. Bling. Let's see here. Are we open? Can we be open? Yes. Cool. All right, man. So this is the entrance. Yeah, like I said, I had the afternoon off. And it's a little chilly out, but I still had to get out of the house, man. And right here, check this out. The George Lindsey Theater, man. Very cool. And there's so much major information on here, man. That we're going to do a little bit of a dive into. But he was born on December the 17th, 1928 in Fairfield, Alabama. And he is currently interred. He passed away May the 6th, 2012, and is interred in Jasper, Alabama, at the Oak Hill Cemetery. You guys can Google all that information and stuff, and if you want more detail. He appeared in 40 television shows, over 100 hee-haw episodes in 20 years. That is great, man. I always remembered him back when I was a little kid, and I always just followed him because he was on the Andy Griffin Show. That's really awesome, man. And in the 70s, he recorded an album with Capitol Records. After doing his 20 years on hee-haw, singing and all the music that was going on and stuff. And that was over 100 episodes, man, that he... Yep. Okay, there's somebody coming in and out. Yeah, but he did over 100 episodes, man, on hee-haw. On 40 television shows. Over 40 television shows. Started as Goober on the Andy Griffin Show. Very cool. So let's just take a little peek at these captions here. I'm not going to read this like I'm on a Walter Cronkite or nothing, but so his connection with UNA is, I heard that he had a scholarship as a quarterback and as a cornerback also. Back when UNA was called Florence State Teachers College, now UNA. There he is. And right here, George Lindsey Sr. photo. Right here at UNA nowadays, called. George Lindsey graduated from Florence State in 1952 with a degree in biology. Far out. And physical education. Whoa. Okay, so he was stacking the books, man. Like literally stacking the books. There he is. George Lindsey returns to UNA. Very cool, man. And like I said, you played your quarterback and cornerback. Corner. That's hard to say together. Back to back. Well, yeah, back to back. Who would have guessed? And this one I really love and remember. The Aristocrats, man. When he played the Hound Dog. Right there. Yeah, with Pat Buttram. Very awesome. Here he is in his football attire. Like he's ready to kick up some dust. He's like, yeah. He's got that little smile on him. Yeah, like, yeah, that ball belongs to me. Zoom. Goober in a nutshell. George Lindsey with this new Beck and Clark behind the scenes. This right here, you guys can freeze frame and read yourself. Well, like I said, I'm not going to Walter Cronkite this because I stutter too much, but there he is in 1964. There's Mr. Roberts. Wow. And here's when there was a Ray Stevens. Holy cow. At the film festival. That's awesome. Jeez. But let's get down to brass tacks here, man. He played Goober, dude. Love and Laughter. And right there, the gas station attendant and the Andy Griffith Show. Oh, and he had a lot more talents going way past Mayberry, it says here. In 1962, he graduated from the prestigious American Theater Wing in New York, landing a co-starring role in Broadway musicals, including All American and Wonderful Town, The Jasper, Alabama. Native, and headed off to Hollywood, and he was immediately picked up by director Josh Logan. Within 2 years, Lindsey appeared in over 40 television shows, man. Golly, dude, that's incredible. Andy Griffith in 1964 as the Goober. Lindsey co-starred in both Andy Griffith Show and Mayberry RFD for 7 years, man. What an actor. Just majorly. In 1971, he stopped by the Nashville studios. Yeah, this is the one I love. For Hee Haw. Did a couple lines and ended up spending 20 years there, man. With all the singing and the jamming and the acting and all the comedy and stuff, it was great. And then, right here, this is where that it gets thick, dude. Look at all those credits, man. MASH, Laugh-In, Tonight Show, The Merv Griffin, Rifleman, News Radio. I didn't know that. You can find that on YouTube. You got Twilight Zone, Wonderful World of Disney, Jack Parr Show, Gunsmoke, of course, Alfred Hitchcock. I gotta go do a dive. Of course, McHale's Navy, Mike Douglas Show. Man, George laid it out, man, and he even gave back to the community, man. Raised $1.7 million for the Alabama Special Olympics. Dude, that is great. And there's the George Lindsey Golf Tournament that is held in Montgomery, Alabama for, over a course of 17 years. He's in the Sports Hall of Fame for Alabama, 1983. Aquatic Center for mental health and rehabilitation. prestigious Mini Pearl Award for the humanitarian contributions. Wow, that is great. Dr. Lindsey. Wow, founded George Lindsey. UNA Film Festival. So that's really cool, guys. Right here, the George Lindsey Theater in Florence, Alabama at the University of UNA, University of Northern Alabama. So I want to thank you guys for checking out the George Lindsey vlog. And the George Lindsey vlog is officially over. You guys have a good day. Please subscribe and like and share. I'll leave a comment down below. Sure, there's thousands of piles of information on him still that has not been touched upon. And I'm just going off the banner and just giving some rise to all of his accomplishments because he was a great guy. I always loved him on TV. Back in the good dope days. All right, guys, I'll see you again. Have a blessed day.